So what I have here is the brains of my new over-engineered bike lights. This is just a common or garden battery pack for charging your phone. This one's quite a big one with a lot of power output. So I've got two cables coming out which are rated individually, those ports, for 2 amps each, so a maximum of 4 amp current draw from this at 5 volts. Those get plugged into the brains here on 2 ports there. We've got a big power button because it makes it feel a lot meatier and that's fun, and a VGA port here. Now the reason for the VGA port is because on the bike itself there is a VGA connector which is wired up to all the stuff on the bike. So simply by unplugging that, I can take this whole assembly away with me and not leave it left on my bike. So, this might be a little bit hard to see because it is the evening here, but if I plug in the VGA cable, which is surprisingly hard to do one-handed and in the dark, there we go. That should now be on there. And then if I just flick the power button, the bike lights, which my phone is going to have real trouble looking at, appear. So we've got a strip on either side at the back and either side at the front. When you first turn it on, it's just doing this sort of rainbow mode for no other reason than to look fancy. Now the rainbow sort of works its way around, so you'll kind of see the colours slowly changing. The colours effectively just slide from the front to the back and then back to the front. But yeah, there's no reason for that other than to look fancy. The actual purpose of it is to illuminate the road and to be seen. So we've got those 2 strips that go white at the front and 2 strips that go red at the back. Quite hard to see on camera, but every other LED remains on, and then the other ones flash. So you've got the best of both worlds of having a constant and a flashing. I think there are 15 LEDs per side at the back and 18 LEDs per side at the front. So that makes for, what, something like 60, I can't do the maths in my head now, 66 odd LEDs total. That sounds about right. Hence the large current draw. The main thing about it though is it's got these 2 buttons up here which are indicators. So you can see that they self-flash to remind you that they're on. But what happens when you press one of those is that the relevant strip starts flashing orange. The other side becomes solid on, and a few little LEDs of solid on at the top as well. And obviously the same thing happens at the back there. Much easier to see in person, the difference between the orange and the red here. It doesn't show up so well on camera. And obviously press it again to turn it off, or the same thing happens on the right hand side there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The only other thing that's programmed into it at the moment is that if you hold down both buttons for 5 seconds, all the lights will turn off. Useful if you're, I don't know, like in Lincoln and stuck at the level crossing at the pedestrian bit. But yeah, that's the bike lights.